In Greece, on the country's Aegean coast, 13 migrant boats carrying a total of 546 people arrived on the island of Lesbos in the space of about an hour on Thursday last week. Euronews' Apostolos Stakos is there for us now and joins me live. Morning to you. Just explain, if you can, how are the Greek authorities handling this sudden increase of people arriving?
Well, an urgent solution is to move people from the island, from Moria to the mainland. And people behind me, they belong to the lucky ones as they leave Moria today with two ships that will leave the island in the next 2 or 3 hours. The Greek government decided to move from Moria 1,500 refugees and migrants today and tomorrow. Of course, this is important. However, the camp can only host 3,500, and right now it's the largest reception center in Europe with more than 10,000 refugees living here. Now, as I said, they are the lucky ones, but those who stay behind have to live under appalling living conditions. And we did a story yesterday when we came here to Lesbos. Let's watch the story, and then I will tell you more about how the Greek government is trying to cope with this situation.
The refugee camp of Moria in Lesbos is in a state of emergency. Due to a recent significant increase in arrivals, more than 10,000 migrants are now struggling to survive. Moria is now the largest migrant reception center in Europe. Sanitary conditions are appalling. People drink water and wash their dishes next to a pile of rubbish. Fateme Hosseini was hoping for something better. She has to wait in the food line for 3 hours in order to get some food for herself and her 2 daughters. 3 families in one tent. How can we live like that? For how long? My asylum case will be examined in March 2020 and my brother's in 2021. Till then, we are supposed to live here under these conditions. Despite the harsh reality, children still want to play and learn. This is Azrat's main concern. He wants his children to go to school and learn English. The 38-year-old man believes that it's important for their future in Europe. We don't really have a tent, and I'm afraid of rain. But what bothers me most is that my children do not go to school. They are wasting their time. They have to learn foreign languages. This is a priority for me. A number of refugees, many of them unaccompanied minors, single-parent families and the elderly, are allowed to move to the mainland. Fouziye Rezai is one of them. But if she chooses to move to Athens, she has to leave her son on Lesbos. I'm 60 years old and I am ill. My knees are hurting and I have a problem with my heart. Authorities gave me the permission to travel to Athens and see a doctor, but they don't allow my son to come. How can I travel on my own? This is inhuman.
So this is the daily life here in Moria, and many people have to wait for months, even years, in order to get their first interview for their asylum case. The Greek government understands that moving people, transferring people from the island is a solution. However, they must work hard in order to improve living conditions. However, we've been doing stories about living conditions in Moria for the last 4 and 5 years, more or less, and nothing changes. And this is the case for Lesbos, Chios, Samos, Kos and Leros, because we should not forget that on the Greek islands right now we have more than 26,000 refugees, and in Greece in total more than 84.